In the video today, I'm going over the 7 differences between the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G and the Samsung Galaxy A35 5G. Let's get into it. Number 1 is going to be the screen size. The A16 5G has a 6.7-inch display, whereas the A35 has a 6.6-inch display. So slightly different, slightly larger here. You'll notice a little bit of a taller form factor on the A16. Number 2 is going to be the processor. So they both have Samsung Exynos processors. However, the A16 has an Exynos 1330 processor, and the A35 has an Exynos 1380 processor. I'll spare you the technical jargon. The main differences are the 1380 processor is a slightly upgraded processor. It's a bit faster. It makes the phone much better for gaming and filming higher resolution video. So for that reason, the processor is better on the A35. Number 3 is going to be the refresh rate. The A16 5G has a 90 Hz refresh rate. A35 has a 120 Hz refresh. You're going to get a slightly smoother UI experience when you're using the phone. Number 4 is going to be the RAM. A16 has 4 gigs of internal RAM. The A35 has 6 gigs, feeding into that same narrative of better for gaming and multimedia use. Number 5 is going to be video recording. If we go into the cameras here and we go to video, what you'll notice is that you can record a higher quality video on the A35. You can record up to 4K, which is the Ultra HD resolution, UHD, 30 frames per second, whereas on the A16, you can only record up to FHD, 30 frames. So if you're buying this phone primarily to shoot high quality video, then A35 definitely is the better of the two. Now in regards to the camera, they both are going to have a 50 megapixel rear camera, 13 megapixel front camera. On the A35, you're also getting an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera as well. So again, you're getting slightly extra upgraded features when it comes to that A35 camera. Okay, number 6 has to do with a niche feature called Good Lock. Now, if you've used mid-tier Samsung phones in the past and you're familiar with Good Lock, then you'll know it is a clutch feature to have on the phone. It allows you to have access to a lot more customization. If you see at the bottom of my screen here, I have these extra buttons here. I have a camera shortcut and a screenshot button built right into the bottom of my phone, and all that's because of the Good Lock app. So Good Lock is compatible with the A35, however, it is not compatible with the A16. So for those of you that look for that feature, it is not available on both. Now the final difference, number 7, is going to be in the IP rating. Now the A16 5G has an IP54 rating, and the A35 has an IP67 rating. Now, again, to spare you the jargon and a long explanation, here are the main points. The A16 is slightly dust resistant and splash resistant, but not waterproof and not fully submerged, which means that if you're not careful, dust could get inside the phone. Whereas on the A35, because it has an IP67 rating, it's completely sealed, so it is dust resistant and it is water resistant up to 1 meter and 30 minutes in water. So what does that mean? Well, you could splash water on the A16 and you would be fine. However, on the A35, you could actually drop it in water and you wouldn't have to worry about it messing up the phone. So the IP67 is a much higher level rating for the dust resistance and for water resistance. So these are the 7 things. These are the 7 differences in these two phones. Now, guess what? There are more things, but to me, these were the most important things that I believe would inform your buying decision, and that's what I've chosen to focus on in this video. Now, I want to read off some of the features that they have in common. Number 1 is going to be storage. They're both going to have 128 gigs of internal storage. They're both going to have a 5,000 milliamp battery. They both do not have an auxiliary port. They only have the Type-C charging port, and you can get an adapter that will allow you to plug in auxiliary headphones if that's something that you still have and you need to be able to use those on the phone. There is a way to do that. And they both support a micro SD card up to 1 terabyte, so you can expand that storage, and I'll link a couple of memory card options on screen right here. So this is the breakdown. Now, if you're watching this video because you're ready to upgrade your phone, I want to give you some buying options in case you're ready to buy one right now. Now, one option that people don't think about that is a really great option is buying directly from Samsung.com. And I'll link first the A16, then I'll link the A35 right here. So when you buy on Samsung.com, they actually offer no interest financing. If you sign up for their Samsung credit card, you can buy these phones and you can make payments. I believe the A16, you can get it for I think around $10 to $12 a month on their financing plan, which is awesome. And the A35, I think, is closer to like $17 a month. So if you needed a new phone right now, you could finance it right through Samsung. They ship it right to your door, and you just set it up right at home. Now, a lot of you guys are going to end up buying it through your carrier, which is totally fine. It's going to require you to have additional insurance to pay a monthly $10, $15, $20 a month, depending on the plans. So you'll be paying extra on top of the cost of the device. And for some carriers, it's free, and for some, they are going to charge a little bit of a fee. I'll also link in the description to Amazon where you can get it as well, and you can usually find some pretty aggressive deals there as well. Hope you guys found this helpful. If it was, hit that like button down below, and let me know after hearing the breakdown which one you would prefer. To me, it's clear that the A35 is a better phone still. This phone came out in 2024, and the A16 just came out. I believe the only reason you would want the A16 primarily is if you just wanted the larger screen and you didn't really care about a lot of the other bells and whistles like the upgraded RAM and the upgraded processor. Like if you're just doing basic things on the phone, the A16 is a great phone. However, if you're wanting to do the gaming and things that require a lot more memory and a lot more processing power, that's when the A35 would be the one to go with. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you're going to end up picking up. And I have other comparison videos as well comparing A35 and A15. So I'll link that playlist on screen as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care, and as always, have a good one.